According to the Bible, Lucifer was once a high-ranking angel in the heavenly host, described as the anointed cherub who covers, Ezekiel 28 verse 14. He was a being of immense power and beauty, endowed with extraordinary wisdom and influence. In Ezekiel 28 verses 12 to 15, we read a poetic description of Lucifer's original state. You were the seal of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. You were in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was your covering, the sardius, topaz, and diamond, beryl, onyx, and jasper, sapphire, turquoise, and emerald with gold. The workmanship of your timbrels and pipes was prepared for you on the day you were created. You were the anointed cherub who covers, I established you. You were on the holy mountain of God. You walked back and forth in the midst of fiery stones. This passage paints a vivid picture of Lucifer's exalted position, adorned with the most precious stones and entrusted with the responsibility of guarding the very presence of God. He was a being of unparalleled beauty and wisdom, seemingly untouchable in his perfection. However, as we continue reading in Ezekiel 28, a startling transformation takes place. Your heart was lifted up because of your beauty. You corrupted your wisdom for the sake of your splendor. I cast you to the ground. I laid you before kings, that they might gaze at you. Ezekiel 28 verse 17. Here, we witness the tragic downfall of Lucifer, as his heart was lifted up due to his own beauty and wisdom. He became consumed by pride and a desire for self-exaltation, leading him to corrupt his God-given abilities and turn against his Creator. This rebellion is further elaborated upon in Isaiah 14 verses 12 to 14, where Lucifer is depicted as desiring to ascend into heaven and exalt his throne above the stars of God. He even goes so far as to declare, I will be like the Most High. Lucifer's ambition to usurp God's throne and establish his own dominion is a striking and disturbing revelation. This was no mere act of disobedience or petty jealousy. It was a calculated and deliberate attempt to seize power and overthrow the divine order. As we delve deeper into this narrative, an intriguing question arises: where was Jesus during Lucifer's rebellion in heaven? The Gospels make it clear that Jesus is the eternal Son of God, co-equal and co-eternal with the Father. Yet, the biblical accounts of Lucifer's fall are conspicuously silent on the role of Christ during this pivotal moment. This silence has led to much speculation and debate among theologians and scholars. Some have suggested that Jesus was not yet incarnate, or that he was present but did not intervene directly. Others have proposed that Jesus was indeed involved, but the scriptures simply do not reveal the full details of his actions. One intriguing possibility is that Jesus, in his divine wisdom and sovereign will, chose to remain in the background during Lucifer's rebellion, allowing the events to unfold in a way that would ultimately serve his greater plan of redemption. This idea is supported by the fact that the Bible emphasizes the centrality of Jesus in the cosmic conflict between good and evil. As the Apostle Paul writes in Colossians 1 verses 16 to 17, For by him all things were created that are in heaven and that are on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created through him and for him. If Jesus is indeed the one through whom all things were created, including the angelic realm, then his absence during Lucifer's rebellion raises profound questions about the divine purpose and the unfolding of God's plan. As Lucifer's rebellion unfolded, the consequences were catastrophic. The Bible tells us that Lucifer, now known as Satan or the devil, succeeded in drawing a third of the angelic host to join him in his rebellion against God, Revelation 12 verse 4. This cosmic coup d'etat plunged heaven into turmoil, as the forces of good and evil clashed in a titanic struggle for supremacy. The once beautiful and exalted Lucifer was transformed into a malevolent being, hell-bent on undermining God's authority and sowing the seeds of chaos and destruction throughout the universe. In the aftermath of this rebellion, Lucifer and his fallen angels were cast out of heaven and condemned to the realm of darkness, where they would continue their relentless campaign against the Almighty and his creation. The book of Revelation provides a chilling description of Satan's defeat and expulsion from heaven. And war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought with the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought, but they did not prevail, nor was a place found for them in heaven any longer. So the great dragon was cast out, that serpent of old, called the devil and Satan, who deceives the whole world. He was cast to the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Revelation 12 verses 7 to 9. This dramatic event not only signaled the beginning of Satan's reign as the prince of this world, John 12 verse 31, but also set the stage for the ultimate showdown between the forces of light and darkness. It is here that the role of Jesus Christ becomes pivotal. While the Bible is silent on his direct involvement in Lucifer's rebellion, the scriptures make it clear that the Son of God was destined to play a central role in the cosmic conflict that would ensue. The Gospels recount the extraordinary life, ministry, crucifixion, and resurrection of Jesus Christ, which are the linchpins of the Judeo-Christian tradition. Through his incarnation, Jesus took on human form, lived a sinless life, and ultimately sacrificed himself on the cross to redeem humanity from the grip of sin and death. But the significance of Christ's work extends far beyond the human realm. As the Apostle Paul reveals in Colossians 2 verse 15, Jesus' triumph on the cross was a decisive victory over the principalities and powers, a reference to the spiritual forces of evil led by Satan himself. Having disarmed principalities and powers, he made a public spectacle of them, triumphing over them in it. In other words, the crucifixion of Jesus Christ was not merely a human event, it was a cosmic battle in which the Son of God decisively defeated the forces of darkness, stripping them of their power and authority. The resurrection of Jesus, then, becomes the ultimate vindication of God's plan and the promise of a future where the forces of evil will be vanquished, and the rightful order of the universe will be restored. However, the story does not end there. Even though Lucifer and his fallen angels were cast out of heaven, they continue to wage a relentless war against God and his people. The book of Revelation paints a vivid picture of the ongoing spiritual battle. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea! For the devil has come down to you, having great wrath, because he knows that he has a short time. Revelation 12 verse 12. Satan, now the god of this world, 2 Corinthians 4 verse 4, seeks to deceive and corrupt humanity, luring us away from the truth and the path of righteousness. He employs a vast array of tactics, from temptation and deception to outright oppression and persecution. Yet, despite Satan's formidable power, the Bible assures us that the ultimate victory belongs to God and his people. Through faith in Jesus Christ and the power of the Holy Spirit, believers are empowered to stand firm against the wiles of the devil and to participate in the cosmic battle for the souls of humanity. As the Apostle Paul reminds us in Ephesians 6 verse 12, "For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places." In conclusion, the story of Lucifer's rebellion and the role of Jesus Christ in the cosmic conflict between good and evil is a profound and complex narrative that lies at the heart of the Judeo-Christian tradition. While the Bible does not provide all the details, it is clear that Lucifer's prideful ambition to usurp God's throne led to a cataclysmic rebellion in heaven, with far-reaching consequences for the entire universe. The absence of Jesus during this pivotal moment raises intriguing questions about the divine plan and the unfolding of God's purpose. Yet, the scriptures make it clear that the Son of God would ultimately play a decisive role in the battle against the forces of darkness, triumphing over sin and death through his crucifixion and resurrection. Today, the spiritual battle continues, as believers are called to stand firm against the schemes of the devil and to participate in the advancement of God's kingdom. The ultimate victory, however, is assured, for the scriptures promise that one day, the forces of evil will be vanquished, and the rightful order of the universe will be restored. This is a story of cosmic proportions, a tale that speaks to the very nature of good and evil, the struggle for power, and the promise of redemption. As we ponder its depths, may we be inspired to deepen our understanding of the scriptures, to strengthen our faith, and to engage in the ongoing battle for the souls of humanity. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the dark truths of Lucifer's rebellion and the transformative power of Jesus Christ. May the Lord bless you and keep you.